All right, back here again on problem
And that starts tomorrow.
13-1A. There's our website, as I say,
Oh,
and by going to that website, we can,
big day.
that's our friend, also njcampus.com, our consultant, Mr. Vince, or we wouldn't be out here. When we send you a link,
You like to give hints?
as I said earlier, you will wind up with a whiteboard, and I'll be able to write just as I am now to you, and we can speak over the either via microphone, either a headset or conference call. Okay, so if you're anywhere in the world, we can give you your lesson. So go to that website. Back to this problem with Anna here and Saif.
No, it's there. It's there. You can call.
Usually I put these accounts vertical, but we're going to run out of room if I do, so I have put the two accounts. We did the first two entries. We're on entry 3 now. And then when Anna gets up there again, she's going to do 500,000 divided by 100 next to that account there. You ready, Anna?
No.
Over here,
What is this?
I'm confused now.
I put divided by $100
Go.
equals 5,000 shares outstanding.
Big Frankfurt is 25,000, right?
Par preferred is
Par
500,000.
Frankfurt. Okay, par Frankfurt.
Okay. Now, a lot of times it'll just say, sometimes they just say preferred stock. It's a habit of Mike to call it par preferred. It is at par value. They sometimes will just call common stock or capital stock. It means the same thing, Anna, when they say that, okay? We don't really have any great. I guess I gotta get a new black one. See how you like that.
I don't understand how you copy it now. I'm so confused.
What's the matter?
Addition, part value common, where is it? Part common. That's the one that is supposed to be down, okay.
So what I did was I
Part
put the two,
fair, part
or else we're gonna run out of
fair.
room.
It's 500,000, okay.
Paid in capital common, 160,000 from the second entry.
Divided by
Paid in capital preferred,
100 equal
paid in capital common, I'm sorry, was from the first entry
to.
up there.
Why you put like 160,000 over there?
That's from the first entry.
First entry?
Entry 1.
Oh, entry 1. Yeah. Big and common stock.
Okay, so in this problem, the first thing that happened was
So we need like
we issued 80,000 shares at $4 a share was, it's hard to read that, 320,000 debit cash, credit stated value 160,000. And when I posted it to the T account, notice I called it par value. On top of your on your test, that actually there would be stated value. It has the same meaning as par value. So it's called a no par stock state when it's no par. So, but the stated value is the par value. There really is no such thing as a no par value. If there's no paid in capital, they call it all par value.
paid in capital is always par value. Right?
No, paid in capital is the amount above par value, which is why it's called additional paid in capital. The amount in above the amount in.
Do we have to put the additional pick and common and the additional pick and free when we do these accounts, like key accounts?
I'm sorry, what's your question?
Like when we do these, what do you call, T accounts, we have to put additional pick and common and additional pick and prep.
I usually just write down paid in capital common,
not to
paid
get
in capital
confused, right?
preferred.
Not to get confused.
Not to get confused. You don't have to put additional down there, really. And we're ready for entry 3. Now, the purpose of par value, as I was telling Saif earlier, is to protect loan. In other words, the amount in the par amounts. The amount in the par amounts, in this case, $500,000, and 160,000 is the amount that can't be paid out in dividends. So the purpose of par value is to prevent the board of directors from paying out dividends with an investor's money. So if Saif, it makes sense that if a guy like Saif gives $500,000 to this company, he doesn't want that money to be given out in dividends. He wants that money to be used to produce profit. Because as a preferred stockholder, Anna, the only thing that he's going to be getting in a dividend is a stated interest rate, a stated dividend rate.
All my life.
Forever. If it was not forever, it would not. It would be a. If it was not forever, then it would be a liability. It would be a payable. But the arrangement with the preferred stock, Anna, is they give us money, and they are owners of the company to the tune of $500,000 here. The only thing that they're guaranteed, though, is perpetual return on that of 8%, as long as there's profit, as long as they can pay the dividend. So the point is that par value prevents the corporation from giving out their money to stockholders. That's the point of par value.
Could I
Yes.
ask a question? Like common stockholders are owners of the company, right?
So are the preferred. They both are.
But the preferred stockholders don't have voting rights.
That's right. They don't have voting rights.
Why?
Because they're, in a sense, the quasi-owners. They have less to lose and less to gain. The common stockholders are the true owners, you could say, because they are interested in the stock price increasing. The preferred stock is not going to increase. Essentially, it's going to go near. For example, in this case, the market price was $525,000 because that's how much cash came in, and it's based on the interest rates. It generally will be based on the relationship of the market rate of interest. So, what happened here was what had to have probably happened was that the market rate of interest went below 8%. Let's say the market rate of interest is 6%. Since the preferred stock is paying higher, 8%, it would follow that the face value would go above 100%, which in this case, it's 105% of face value. So the whole moral of the story is, the net moral story is that the preferred stockholders have a lot less to gain and more to lose, which is why they insist on a higher par value.
I have a quick question.
Anna, any questions?
I have a quick question.
What? What?
I have a quick question.
Go ahead.
It's not relating to this. It's relating to like ownership and creditors and all. My question is like preferred stockholders and bond holders. What's the difference?
The only difference is, good point, Anna, good question, he said. A bond payable is when somebody gives money to a corporation and they're going to get paid back. If I took $1 million in from people, from the public, what they call a bond, I promise to pay them back their money 10 years from now, let's say. In the meantime, I pay them interest. At the end of the 10-year period, I pay them back their principal. The difference is, Saif, the preferred stockholders are never paid. The bondholders are promised to be paid 10 years from now, let's say. The preferred stockholders are never paid. They are permanent. They can sell their preferred stock. The corporation makes no promise to pay them back, which is why it is not a payable, it is equity. They are owners of the company because they are not promised to ever be paid back. The only promise they have is 8% on their money, on their dividends, provided there's profit. So that's right. The preferred stock acts a lot like that. The preferred stock acts because it pays interest. The only difference is that there's no redemption, there's no pay time, there's no promise to pay back. I'm not, as the corporation, I took $500,000 of your money. I don't have to pay you that $500,000 back. I don't owe you that $500,000. You've invested that $500,000 into my company, and we promise to pay you 8% interest on the $500,000, which is $40,000 a year, into perpetuity, into siempre, which means forever, right, Anna? Siempre means forever, right? It's going to pay indefinitely. So that's the difference. Anytime a corporation makes a date on the payment, it's no longer it's no longer equity, it becomes debt. That's the rules of that.
Could you repeat that?
If that corporation made a date that they were going to pay those people back, it would become a liability, not equity.
So in short,
And we'll be right back.
they are buying the